This is Brood. Brood ended up in the world of Squid Game. Absent-minded by nature, he was inattentive, which led to his demise. After his death, his corpse was harvested for organs by underground criminals among the Squid Game staff. This is Garnold. Garnold ended up in the world of Squid Game. Being used to playing VR games and often winning them, he was overly confident in himself. However, he failed to consider that this was a game with only one life and no respawns. He perished in the very first game. This is Gray. Gray ended up in the world of Squid Game. On the night when the teams for and against continuing the game started killing each other, he had to defend himself and take the lives of several players. This later took a toll on his mental health, turning him into a psychopath. This is Veneria. Veneria ended up in the world of Squid Game. She was a fragile and weak girl and couldn't survive in the games. This is Lime, or OWAKCX. Lime ended up in the world of Squid Game. He was an athletic and strong guy, but unfortunately, luck was not on his side. He was weak in hand-eye coordination, and in the trials requiring dexterity, he let his team down and was killed along with them. Afterward, his body was harvested for organs. This is Oren. Oren ended up in the world of Squid Game. He loved listening to music, and this became his fatal mistake. Because of the music, he didn't hear the rules of the first game and was immediately killed. Afterward, his body was harvested for organs. This is Pinky. Pinky ended up in the world of Squid Game. She was very nimble and fast, like a rabbit. This annoyed many people, and she became a competitor. On the night of the massacre, her rivals brutally killed her for the prize fund. This is Durple. Durple ended up in the world of Squid Game. One of the most dangerous players, he took pills that induced altered states of consciousness. He ruthlessly set up other players and killed many during the night of the massacre. This is Jevin. Jevin is one of the high-ranking administrators of Squid Game. He pretended to be a player in order to understand the internal atmosphere and environment among the participants. His task was to identify those who might incite a rebellion. However, he played along with them, killing several of the staff soldiers. But all of this was to betray the players at the last moment and ultimately crush the rebellion at its core. This is Simon. Simon ended up in the world of Squid Game. He had hidden psychopathic tendencies, but upon witnessing the horrors of the games and the deaths of the players, he began to enjoy the atmosphere. During the night of the massacre, he finally satisfied his need for violence. This is Tunner. Tunner ended up in the world of Squid Game. He was a middle-aged man with weak endurance. Even though he followed all the rules in the first game, he didn't manage to reach the finish line in time and was killed. This is Ratty. Ratty ended up in the world of Squid Game. He lost in one of the games, and his body was harvested for organs. This is Sky Blue. Sky Blue ended up in the world of Squid Game. He demonstrated excellent skills in all the games and became a competitor to many players. On the night of the massacre, he was brutally killed when multiple spikes, secretly placed in the food of aggressive players by the staff, were driven into him. This is Wenda. Wenda ended up in the world of Squid Game. She was a hidden psychopath who masked her true nature behind a harmless, fragile female body. On the night of the massacre, using a fork secretly given to her by the staff, she killed many trusting players by luring them in with her beauty. This is Kluker. Kluker ended up in the world of Squid Game. He was an incredibly intelligent and brilliant human, ranking #1 in all games that required intellect. However, he lacked the physical strength to protect himself on the night of the massacre. Later, his body was harvested for organs, with particular interest in his brain. which was sold to scientists from secret laboratories. This is Black. Black ended up in the world of Squid Game much earlier than the others and survived several games. After that, he was invited to take on the role of a host. Later, by proving his loyalty and devotion, he was promoted to the position of Chief Administrator of Squid Game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. This will help you see the next videos first. See you in the next videos.